Hello and welcome to the show. We're here today on Forza Horizon 4 with a kind of challenge slash racing game mode. Now this comes from Gran Turismo 5. It was probably one of my favourite online game modes there has been in a racing game. This is shuffle racing. The idea is pretty simple. You start off with a race with everybody in the same car, you run that race, and then you use the finishing positions from that and then subsequent races to decide what car people drive next. The winners, the higher up positions, get the slower cars. The drivers that came lower down will get the faster cars, and after a number of races you assign points for each race, and after a number of them you add up that point total. It makes for a very, very good time. It's all about trying to outperform the vehicle that you have. The cars aren't so drastically different in PI, in performance, that it's impossible to do well with perhaps one of the slower cars if you have a really, really good race and so on. It makes for an awful lot of fun. I've got to say thank you very much to Longbow for sort of curating the car list for this one to try and make it work. So yeah, we were going to go racing and see if we could make shuffle racing work in Forza Horizon 4. So, for our first race, will kind of be the sorting race, if you will. We have got a large collection of Subaru 22Bs. Initially, we'll just have this will first be just a kind of one-make race. Probably be quite frantic. I've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to be starting 5 laps trying to work my way up through the field at Bamborough Coast. Yeah, we're probably going to be getting a relatively quick car for the next race, which will be fun. Yeah, it should be. It's going to be a very colourful race. It's going to be a very colourful race, this one. And everybody is going to be staying. So everyone's basically got a colour, and as we change cars, the colours are going to remain. Just makes it a little bit easier to follow, shall we say. Now, I like the Bamborough Coast circuit. It's a good track. This one, probably one of my favourite, actually, in the game in terms of circuits go racing around. Be careful of the curbs through there. I do a slightly funky line through all of it, but the curb on the inside there will launch your car into the air if you are not careful. It's a little brave. Under brakes, trying to maybe make up a bit too much time through all of that. Not quite what I want to be doing. And this, starting down the back is not going to be great for me in terms of the points in round 1. We're going to try and sneak our way up. With a 4 wide, that would be a nice opportunity to, I say, maybe sneak away past. So busy. I mean, me and Liam have started down the back, and we've just not been able to make any progress on this first lap. That is one of the curses you get with one-make races. I've done a sneaky dive to the inside through there. I might get a couple of cars in all of that. I've got no one for any slipstream down here, though, unfortunately. Come on, someone move across. Thank you. I'll take it. Not that it's going to make a huge difference here, but it's better than nothing. I've got to try and now defend from Liam into turn 1, who is going to go around the outside of the first part, but is then going to be stuck on the outside for the next couple of bits. Oh, that's such a... that's a gap I wanted to get the car into, but it's one of those gaps that's always going to vanish. It's just not going to stay still. Liam is stuck on the outside, and we end up at the inside of this car. We will get past. Unfortunately, poor yellow car got completely batted out of position, stuck out wide, and had limited luck in being able to get back across in front of everybody. Right, we're up to 8th. Could be worse. Oh, a little bit of lag. Could get worse if that lag continues going on here. Could we get maybe 6th? And honestly, I don't think, unless I'm going to run ridiculous lap times or unless mistakes are made, I don't even think I can chase down further. Looks like a pretty damn good fight at the front. The top 4 covered by a 2nd at the moment. I mean, this little group here is covered by a 2nd as well. There's kind of a 2nd or so gap to Danger Man. Yeah, we've pulled a little margin. Again, it's not a huge amount. We've pulled a little margin over the blue car behind us. Right, turn 1. Carry as much speed as you dare. Danger Man actually got that a bit wrong. Very, very slidey from the red car. Gives me hope. Can I duck underneath? See, I really want to take that. I really want to try and sneak my car underneath. That's ambitious. They're going to get themselves both in trouble in that one. Well, I mean, that was... they're both on a really tight line, and it was not a line that was ever quite going to... I said, not quite carry the speed. Unfortunately, I could only make kind of a smidge of an advantage. 4th place might be doable, actually. Dangerman's had a bad lap. You know what? You guys fight each other to the inside. I'm going to take a normal line through here. Oh, Maybe I shouldn't have done that one. That was going for the spectacular. Speed Beast won't get the speed mid-corner to do too much through there, although I get a load of understeer on my own. Like a moron, I got on the throttle too soon, and we just kind of wandered a little bit wide. Not ideal. We have run away from the pack behind us. I just don't know what happened to the blue car. Liam's only managed to get to 10th. It's not gone. It's been one of them races. It's not gone well. It's not gone well back there. I'm going to have to be very, very brave into turn 1. We are. That's fine. We carry good speed through all of that. Fantastic. Make sure it's sort of defend a little bit. Make sure there's no real gap for black car to find a way past. We've got another lap after this as well to try and work our way up to 4th. Come on now. We've had enough Morse code on the back of my car for this lap. Would be nice not to have any more. We're going to actually got a really, really good run out of here. That seems to be slow up ahead of us. I'd almost say damage, but we don't run with damage on Horizon 4, so it would have just been a bad exit out of the corner. We get to the door. We are there. Unfortunately, I think 4th place is too far gone in all of this. We're doing that sort of tight line. It won't quite get us as much speed on the exit, perhaps, as I'd like. It might still just about be enough to get past. Oh, Ewan is caught up as we fight one another. That is the downside of a single-make race. You're having a big old squabble. I think Leathercat was in the lead group. May have missed a checkpoint. Has fallen back. I didn't realise that. I think they were up there earlier. Oh, that's too deep through turn 1. It's not what I wanted to do. That is not at all what I wanted to do. Danger Man's going to look, but you're not going to find a way past around there. Not when I can kind of shuffle your car to the outside. There's just not going to be the space to do too much there. Yeah, it's going to be a 5th for me. There is not too much I can do about this one any going further forward. I think I could have got 4th. I probably should have got... I say I should have. If I'd got clear of traffic at the right time, 4th, quite plausible. However, any more than that, it's just too much to overcome in a single make race. Any more than 4th was always going to be just too well, I'm kind of quite pleased with 5th at the end of the day. We fought valiantly early on. It looks like Ollie's going to take victory from Ollie. Scotty's fallen back, probably made a mistake on the... Maybe tried to go for a pass, didn't quite work on the final lap. Something happened. Either way, it doesn't matter. I guess if you're going to come 3rd, you might as well try something. It's a 5th. Okay, a solid start. A solid point score for me. We're going to have an okay car for the next round. We'll see how things go. So, now the shuffling of vehicles begin. Seeing as I came 5th, that means I get a skyline. We've had one disconnection. Those that won start. Those that won. Sorry. Those that got 1st and 2nd have the slowest cars, the 22B. Those that came in the last positions have the NSXRs. Now, of course, theoretically, the Hondas are going to be the fastest car. Ideally, we would have this separated out in such a way that we could have the slowest cars start at the front. Unfortunately, this is Forza, and it doesn't let us do that sort of thing. But we had a lot of manual shuffling around on the grids, for example. But this is what it is. At the moment, we're kind of playing a Gran Turismo game mode homage, if you will, in a game that wasn't quite designed for. So we'll see how things go. Oh, the NSX, the Skyline's better turning than I kind of expected it to. Through that, I was expecting a little bit more understeer from that. There's a Beamer going to be on the outside through here. I know in real life the Skyline has a really fancy, clever all-wheel drive system. I just didn't expect it to necessarily work in Forza. It did actually, yeah, has some pretty good turning. Now, the RX-7 is, about 20-25 PI higher than the Skyline. I don't really expect to be able to chase it down. It's unfortunate that the RX-7 started ahead of me. Oh, God. Let's not get too carried away. Now, the more the cars fight behind, the better it is. Theoretically, on fast, the Evo 6 I'm actually quite worried about. Those are very good cars. I love the Evo 6. One of my favourite of the Evos, but also in Forza games, they are just generally very, very fast. So I am a little bit worried about that. That is a little bit of a scary prospect, perhaps, trying to chase me down. Because even though technically my Skyline should be faster, I think I'm faster down the straights than the Evo. But the Evo might outhandle me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how things go. At the moment, we haven't seen any NSXs. I think if the leaders manage to do this little breakaway, it might be difficult. That is part of the I say it's part of the challenge of the shuffle racing. You're going to get mixed up grids. You're going to get mixed up cars. You're going to see what happens. It's all about trying to outperform the car that you are given, or as best as you can. Oh, I'm not performing very well at this current moment in time. We have found just about every single wall that we can and had to cuddle with it. Can we not visit a wall again? Would be preferable. So, RX-7 leads. I'm slowly falling back. Barring a missed checkpoint or a mistake, big mistake from the Mazda, don't think I'm going to catch. What is that in fourth? I think that's Liam with the Beamer. I think that's an M3 that is going to be flying its way up through the order. Now, the 22Bs have struggled. So, Ollie with the pink car that started in second has fallen to sixth so far. Longbow was the other one driving the 22B. I don't know where they started, but that's a fair way down the order. I spot an NSX and I spot a BMW. I might not be able to hold on. I think Gliska is far enough away with the number of laps we are running to be safe. I'm not sure I'm safe with a podium spot here. I'm not sure I'm safe from that Beamer. We might be able to defend a little bit. I think the straight line speed is what's just going to kill me. Oh, that was a terrible corner as well by me. Come on, I can drive better than this. Come on. Come on, Skyline. We can do this. I think I might be safe from the Evo 6. I think the Evo 6 might have company elsewhere that might give it trouble. Or might get stuck in fights a little bit more than me. Again, I'm enjoying the clean air. I should be driving better and making the most of the clean air with the Skyline, but there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not a bad car to drive at all. I think I'm overdriving it, knowing I'm about to have company. The sort of company that you don't want in the race. Oh, 2 laps. 2 laps, a second gap, and whatever defensive driving I can do. It's not going to last, I don't think. I'm kind of pondering, do I let the BMW go? Like, do I let the BMW go knowing that my fight is probably not with it? Or do I hope that I can hold it up just long enough to keep the victory? Or keep the position? I don't know. It caught a lot through the first part of the lap. I've had a good second part of this lap in the Skyline. Come on, Nissan. You can do this. The RX-7's gone. We lose about a second a lap perhaps to it. The NSX is passed on the Evo behind. The gap between me, yeah, it's gone down to 8/10. Ooh, we might hold it. No, don't say that. See, if we don't put too much pressure on ourselves, you know, that would be good. Oh, BMW is really quick through turn 1. I think I'm okay at these slower speed corners, but turn 1, that M3 is super strong. Come on, carry as much. Yeah, okay, so we've got quite good. We're being all-wheel drive. That is the one advantage we have with these slower cars. We are all-wheel drive in this. It does give us just a little sneaky bit of an advantage in these slower corners. Over the course of the lap, I think the BMW is still quicker, but there are a couple of places where I can make up a smidge of lap time on that car. It's close. It's definitely going to be right there. I really have to get a good run out of this final corner. It's neat, it's tidy. The BMW dipped a wheel on the grass. I think we might have done it, you know. I think we did enough with the Skyline. Ooh, to hold on to a second place. Actually had a good final lap there. That was a good final lap from the Nissan. I'll take a second place. Score me some good points overall. Yeah, I mean, our lap time wasn't too shabby. In fact, Gliska was the only one sub 1 minute. Admittedly, a lot of the cars, the NSXs, were stuck in traffic, so that kind of skews the lap times a little bit. I'm not disappointed with my Skyline. Some good points. We will now get reshuffled, and I think I'll be in a Subaru. So, every vehicle has been reshuffled, and I am now in the 22B. Having a nice strong second place means I go in Subaru. Oh, that's not fun, game. Why? Oh, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be an awful one for me. I don't think we're going to be scoring many points. RNG on the starting grid is how it goes. We just have to do what we can. We have to do what we can with the 22B. Yeah, we might. Oh, not even make any positions off the line even, because the only car around us is a bright pink Skyline that is also all-wheel drive, and the NSXs are far too quick anyway. Well, maybe we can get the BMW. We'll see. I think we're not going to score very well. It does mean that we might well be in a quick car when it comes to the final race of the, I guess, mini tournament, if you will. 22B is good through the corners. you know, it's a good car in general. We've got the Evo 6, my favourite Evo, the 22B, my favourite Subaru, or favourite Impreza, I should say. Probably favourite Subaru as well. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I like the SVX, but it's not really Impreza level, so yeah, we'll go with favourite Subaru even. Right. Oh, there's a BMW out wide, and that is going to be an opportunity to dive for a position. Oh, and the M3 found some street furniture. The thing is, I know around the corners I can give the BMW some trouble, I think. Maybe even on like acceleration out of the corners I can give the BMW some trouble. However, straight line speed-wise is where we might have fun and games against that car. It is going to be faster than I am. Oh, this was actually, despite a good grid spot, I think this track... oh god, we're 3 wide down towards turn 1. Yeah, the other 22B has fallen down the order as well. We're on the inside of the Evo 6. Oh, I have to make sure I got that checkpoint. That's made me a little bit slow on the way through all of that. We're up to 9th. Could be worse at this precise moment in time. It could be a lot worse. Liam is leading the way. I think Liam might have been in an Evo. I'm not sure. Again, well, who knows? We'll find out. Actually, yeah, Liam will, because he was chasing me down last time, so that'd be 3rd. So Liam's in an Evo up at the front of the race. We'll see if anything can catch. I don't know where the NSXs are in this. Leathercap had a bad start, or may have missed a checkpoint somewhere with one of the NSXs. Oh, God, I want to get the BMW, but I don't think I'm going to. We're going to go alongside the 22B. We will get the position just. Can we go chase? I don't think that we can chase down the pink skyline. We have to have an amazing, amazing race if we were going to go and chase down the pink skyline, I don't think. I mean, it might get stuck in fights. That's the, I guess, kind of hope a little bit here. Oh, well. It's a little, oh no, we've let the Evo through. It's all got a little too busy. Subaru infighting has let an Evo past. Oh, can't be flat out on the outside there. Bugger. Oh no, it's not gone well for me. At the moment we're in, I think, RX-7 position. It's one way to look at it. Oh, there's a huge fight going on up ahead as well that would be fun to join in. However, I don't think we are quite going to, sadly. I think we've got our own squabble here over these positions too much. So, oh god, and here goes a BMW for good luck as well. Christ, that's going to just blast past a lot of us down towards turn 1. Oh, it was going really well for me. It was, and then it wasn't. Off goes the bright yellow machine. It's almost an offensive yellow. That's going to get everybody on the run down towards the first corner. The Evo 6 actually go around the outside of the 22B. There's a little bump between them. Oh, I want to try and profit, but this fighting is terrible for us in terms of position. Liam still holds on the lead, but has got, I don't know what car in second. Might be a Skyline, actually, in second. Having a look. We're trying to go alongside the blue Subaru. We cannot make it stick there. The BMW's made a mess of the final corner. Oh, street furniture, why? I tried to avoid it as best I could, but it's got spat out in front of my car by everyone else. I think we're stuck down here at the moment, unless we can have a magical final lap. We are going to have trouble, I fear. The Evo 6 was very slow out of the final corner, and that is going to have us all go flying past, potentially down towards turn 1, although it has now got going again. It's a fantastic battle between Subarus and Evos, and I'm going to get out into the wall again. Well, I mean, we're going to be in an NSX, but I'm sick of being put in the outside wall at turn 1. Well, there we go. That's that. Yeah, we had a quick car. The annoying thing is, I think we could have probably done better. I think we could have been up. We could have probably been up with about 7th place in that, and yeah, we didn't get it. We didn't get it at all. Well, I guess we've got a good car for the final round. If the game can give me a nice starting position, that would be helpful. As it is, you know, it's a bad round. Can only get better, really. So, for the final round of the tournament, I have got the NSX. It is, technically speaking, the fastest car here. Please, game, be kind. Okay, it's relatively kind. It could be worse. The other NSX is alongside us. We've got one BMW in front of us, we've got one RX-7, that's always something to watch out for. The two GTRs, for some reason, start on the front row. Sure, why not? Let's go for that. I think, unfortunately, I've had Liam lag out, which is probably a pain. I don't know quite how the points are looking at the moment, because we're going to have to do them at the end, but that's not ideal for what was probably one of the main contenders in this. We have had a good start here. Now, I want to get past as many cars as I can while we're in cheesy ghost mode. The more cars we pass now, the easier life will be. If I can get ahead of the RX-7, actually, that would be very helpful. That's a... lampposted it. Okay. Well, we're not entirely out of... I say we're not entirely out. Of course we're not entirely out of it. But just what could have been a nice, sneaky, early... advantage we haven't been able to extract yet. If they can stay in ghost mode, I'd be okay with that. Oh, bugger, I should have stayed across in the... should have stayed across, hopefully, in the RX-7. Oh, we will get stopped. Now, I don't know whether I may have lagged the back of that one. I gave it the very slightest of brushes and it got very upset, which shouldn't normally happen. Not on Forza, certainly. Oh, the NSX got into trouble around... NSX, the Skyline got into trouble around there. Oh! That was less than ideal. I was really fighting for grip, and there was a car on the outside that also was fighting for grip and very much ran out. The problem I've got now is a bloody Mazda's ended up in front of me again while we were trying to sneak up. I've hit the same hissing lamppost twice in a row now. Oh, my driving's been rubbish today. I think Leathercat may have missed a checkpoint on the way through there. Yeah, I think I've thrown away. I should have been second at this point, and I should have been chasing after the Skyline. I think I've thrown this one away, annoyingly. We've got to get past the Skyline quickly. If we're just to get points, we've got to get past the Skyline as quickly as we bloody can here. Come on, come on. Oh, it's going to be infuriating because this is not an easy track to pass on. This is one of those circuits that, yeah, overtaking is difficult, and you've really got to get everything right to get a pass here. There we go. That's what we like to see. We'll get to the inside of the Skyline, and that'll put me up into a third position. Right. We will maybe get it stopped for turn one. Bloody hell. Why am I driving like a moron? Well, at least we didn't hit the lamppost this time. We'll cut back underneath the Skyline. What the laggy game is that? Sorry, Ewan. Did not mean to push you out wide. We've got now just got frame drops going on. That's a really bad place to get frame drops going on. I don't think the Skyline's going to get caught at the front in this, if I'm honest. I think that's got a big enough gap. I mean, I kind of want it to get caught in some ways, in that if they fight for position, that would be helpful for us. If they can fight for position, that would be very, very good indeed. I would like a little bit more planted rear end in the Skyline, and that's just me with my cars in general. Don't like a car that moves around. I don't remember the Skyline moving around as much, although it's been a long time since I've driven an actual stock Skyline NSX. Bloody hell, there's too many Japanese cars. It's just, my brain's not working. Yeah, it's been a while since I've driven a stock NSX. Oh, what is going on with the game now? It's not helping matters. I'm already driving badly enough as it is. We don't need little frame drops. That's too much speed. I mean, I kind of got to throw everything. I'm not even going to... I don't think I'm going to make any time on the pair. I'm not going to make up enough time. I could, given... You know, if we were here where I should have been at the start of the race, sure. But as it is, I'm not going to make up enough time, no matter how much I throw the car. I'm going to get fastest lap after fastest lap. We've only got 2 to go. I'm not going to be able to go a second and a half quicker. So, yeah, I should probably not go crazy. And the Nissan ahead has let the... Well, I say has been passed. And they've been passed relatively cleanly. Not really cost each other too much time. They're still kind of fighting. If the Skyline can make the Mazda go defensive, it would help me. We've had a fairly good lap, although I very nearly got stuck on the wall on the outside at the final corner. No, I mean, there's a little bit of fighting going on up ahead. I'd probably need another couple of laps. I think the RX-7 would ultimately get away. Oh, there has been some smoke. There's been some kicked up street furniture in all of that. The Skyline is going to say what the Skyline can do here. Of course, being all-wheel drive can get that really good exit out of the hairpin. I think it's just going to lack the top-end speed. We pulled away from Ewan in the other of the Nissans. Further back, things have stayed kind of, I think, as they were. We've got quite a big gap up here at the front. I've got all sorts of twitchy wrong through there. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of close. It could have been and perhaps should have been better. I think we should have really been in the fight. A couple of silly mistakes by me has proved costly in the end. I don't know what it's going to do points-wise. I think I'm going to have done okay. I don't think it's going to be enough. It'll be a third place. Oh, should have. Could have been a lot more. We don't have 59.3. I think we get fastest lap of the race in the end. Which we should have done. We should have the better car. Yeah, was not my finest driving moments, I will be honest. You were always pretty quick, actually, with the R34 back there. 59.6. Yeah, on to the points. We'll see what's happened. So, on to our leaderboard, and it was all very close indeed. Please Don't Eat Me would take the victory, though, by 4 points. Those pink cars you saw driving around would get the victory. Glisco would get second, only 4 points behind, while Invisible AK, through more consistency than anything with the white cars, would end up in third. You guys, some interesting sort of things went on. Glisco won 2 races, but also had 2 slightly less good races, as is often the way with the shuffle racing. You know, when you end up with those slower cars, sometimes you don't have a great time. I'd end up 4th in the end of all of this. It went a little bit wrong for me at the end, however, still fairly well. Liam was in for contention, certainly, in this one. Unfortunately, a disconnection for the final race. Technical difficulties would scupper that chance. Would have needed 11 points and was going to be in a Subaru, though, so it would have been a tough one for Liam to take victory regardless. Scotty would have the same points as Liam. Liam, on virtue of having a race win, would go in 5th. 11 points separated the top 6. Longbow was a little unlucky with traffic and starting grids. Ends up down in 7th ahead of Ewan. Dangerman would just beat out Speed Beast to the Brat Wheel in 11th. Leathercap had a lot of connection issues, unfortunately, down at the bottom. This was a lot of fun. This was an awful lot of fun, actually. I really, really enjoyed it. As I said, I love shuffle racing back from Gran Turismo days, and it was really, really good to do. The balance was just about there. One thing, we'll probably redo this at some point because it was great fun. However, we think we're going to have to do manual grids to order. We can't set grids in sort of performance rating. We'd have the ideally, you want the slower cars at the front, the faster cars at the back. However, I can't set grids like that in Forza without having to kind of do a manual shuffle around on the start line. We're probably going to redo this at some point, maybe with a different selection of cars, with a bit of a manual shuffle around. Give it a try again, because this was really, really good fun. This is really good fun. Highly recommend it. This selection of cars works very, very well. Perhaps the NSX and RX-7 are a little bit close in terms of lap speed. Maybe something a little faster than the NSX might be needed. But, yeah, on the most part, really very, very good fun. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.